Welcome students. Today we are going to read class 10th Geography chapter first Resources and Development. In this chapter we will read about resources. What are resources? Types of resources, reserves, development of resources, sustainable development, resource planning, land resources, soil erosion, soil conservation and many more things about resources. Let's start. Everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs provided it is technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable can be termed as resources. Means everything that is available in our surrounding, things that we use to satisfy our needs. We use technology to manufacturing them, and these things are also economically feasible and culturally acceptable by all. These things are called resources. Our nature, technology, and institutions are interdependent to each other, and human beings is in the center of these three things. Our physical environment used by human beings, physical natural things human beings are used. He uses his new technology, and he create institutions to manufacturing his basic needs things. The process of transformation of things available in our environment involves an interactive relationship between nature, technology, and institutions. The process of transformation of things is very important. In this process, human beings are used at present technology, and he creates institutions. Human beings interact with nature through technology and create institutions to accelerate their economic development. The main motto of human beings are economic development, and he used natural things for his economic development. Do you think that resources are free gift of nature as assumed by many? What do you think? Natural things that are available for us are a gift for us, are they not? Resources are a function of human activities. Resources are a function of human activities. Human beings themselves are an essential component of a resource, because without human beings, resources are useless. They transform material available in our environment into resources. Human use their skill and technology. He create new things. He use his skill to make important things. He use their skills to satisfy his needs. Human beings transform material available in our environment into resources. These resources can be classified in the following ways on the basis of origin. First, biotic and abiotic. Abiotic resources are those resources that have life, and abiotic resources are those resources that have no life. On the basis of accessibility, renewable, and non-renewable. Renewable resources are those resources that can be renewed, and non-renewable resources are those resources that can not renew. On the basis of ownership, individual resources have their private owner. Community community resources are those resources that are used by community, or national resources that are in the boundaries of a nation, and international resources are those resources that are used internationally. On the basis of status of development, on the basis of status of development, potential resources that are available at present but not in use. Developed stock resources that are developed at present and we are still using them, and reserves that are stock of resources we have. In this figure we can see classification of resources. Classification of resources, first one is natural, and second one is human. In natural classification, resources are classified into two things: renewable and non-renewable. Renewable resources are classified again continuous, like flow, wind, water, and biological, natural vegetation like our trees, forest, and then wildlife. Non-renewable resources are classified into recyclable like metals and non-recyclable like fossil fuels. And next one is human beings. Human beings are classified into structures and institutions. And next one is quantity and quality. Now we are reading types of resources. On the basis of origin, biotic resources. These are obtained from a biosphere and have life such as human beings, flora and fauna, fishes, livestock, etc. In biotic resources, human beings and other like flora and fauna, our forest, our fishes, our cattle, many more that have life. These are biotic resources. Abiotic resources, all those things which are composed of non-living things are called abiotic resources, like rocks and metals. On the basis of accessibility, renewable resources. The resources which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical, or mechanical processes are known as renewable. We use many physical, chemical, and mechanical processes to renew these type of resources. For example, solar and wind energy, water, forest, wildlife, etc. These renewable resources may further be divided into continuous or flow. Continuous, it means we can renew them again and again. Non-renewable resources, these occurs over a very long geological time. These type of resources take a very long time to manufacture. Minerals and fossil fuels are example of such resources. These resources take millions of years in their formation. Some of resources like metals and recyclable, and some like fossil fuels cannot be recycled and get exhausted with their use. Like fossil fuels, coal, petroleum be used in very huge amount and they are get exhausted with their use. On the basis of ownership, individual resources, these are also owned privately by individuals. Like many farmers own land which is allotted to them by government against the payment of revenue. In villages, there are people with land ownership, but there are many who are landless. Individual resources are those resources mainly like a man have their own house, their own we can say their own car. This type of properties are called individual resources. Urban people own plot houses and their properties, plantation, pasture lands, ponds, water involves, etc. are some of the example of resources ownership by individuals. Make a next one is a community owned resources. These are resources which are accessible to all the members of the community. Community owned resources are used by all community and individual have no ownership in this type of resources. Village commons like a grazing grounds, burial ground, village pond, etc. Public parks, picnic spots, playgrounds in urban areas are de facto accessible to all the peoples living there. National resources, technically all the resources belong to the nation. The country has legal power to acquire even private property for public goods. This type of resources are used by a nation. This type of resources are owned by government and they use their uh, all type of resources to develop their own nation. You might have seen road, canals, railways being constructed on fields owned by the some individuals. Urban development authorities get empowered by the government to acquire lands. All the minerals, water resources, forest, wildlife, land within the political boundaries and oceanic areas up to 12 nautical miles. It means in the sea 12 nautical miles, 22.2 kilometers in the oceanic area from the coast termed as territorial water and resources therein belong to the nations, and it means all resources that are in the boundary of a nation are national resources. International resources, these are international institutions which regulate some resources. The oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical miles of the exclusive economic zone belong to open ocean, and no individual country can utilize these without the concurrence of international institutions. It means international resources are those resources that are used by all nations, that are used internationally by concerning the international institutions, and they can't use them without permission of concurrence of international institutions. On the basis of status of development, potential resources, resources which are found in a region but have not been utilized, resources that are found in a region, in a nation, in a state, but not being utilized. For example, the western part of India, particularly Rajasthan and Gujarat, have enormous potential for the development of wind and solar energy. But so far, these have not been developed properly. These are our resources, but not been developed properly. Developed resources, resources which are surveyed and their quantity and quality have been determined for utilization. Resources that we are using at present, and they are developed. We know their quantity and we know their quality. We know their best use. The development of resources depends on technology and level of their feasibility. Stock materials in the environment which have the potential to satisfy human needs, but human beings do not have the appropriate technology to access these. It means materials in the environment which have the potential to satisfy human needs, resources have to ability to satisfy human needs, but at present we are not able to appropriate, we have not appropriate technology to access these. Pearl, water is a compound of two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen can be used as a rich source of energy. We know the hydrogen is a rich source of energy, but we don't know how we can use it, by which technology, and by which technology we can use it. We don't know its use. Hence, it can be considered as a stock at present. Reserves are the subset of the stock which can be put into use with the help of a existing technology know-how, but their use has not been started. Reserves are those stock about them we at present not know about their means they has not been started now. We don't know about their technology to use them. These can be used for meeting future requirements. River water can be used for generating hydroelectrical power, but presently it is being utilized only to a limited extent. Like river water can be used for generating hydroelectrical power, but at present it is being utilized only to a limited extent. Thus, the water is in the dams, forests, etc. is a reserve which can be used in the future.